Technology is one of the most beneficial things to come out of the last 50 years. It has helped scientists discover new vaccines, teachers become more helpful in class, and has aided students in numerous different ways. Without technology, we would not be anywhere near where we are today. Yet people still question whether or not we should allow technology in schools, if it is actually beneficial to the student or not. People also bring up the fact that technology is evil and should not be used because of it. I've seen people as radical as my high school religion teacher say that he believes the devil is inside every phone, making people use them for terrible things. So what are the good uses for technology, and what are the bad, and what is a solid consensus for what technology should be labeled as? That's what I'm going to be speaking about today. First of all, I think it is important to understand how people change when using a computer or tablet in class, whether to take notes or otherwise browse the internet. An article by the Education Reform Studies discusses the effects of technology on students in classrooms. They say that the teacher's role changes as well. The teacher is no longer the center of attention as the dispenser of information, but rather plays the role of facilitator, setting project goals and providing guidelines and resources, moving from student to student or group to group, providing suggestions and support for student activity. As students work on their technology-supported products, the teacher rotates through the room, looking over shoulders, asking about the reason for various design choices, and suggesting resources that might be used. Teachers' roles change with the presence of electronics in the classroom. It enhances their ability to keep up with their grades and allows them to set goals, as well as examine students who may not be performing adequately in their classes. These are just some of the positive ways it can affect teachers. As far as negative effects, there certainly are a few. Technology does provide a distraction to people who have not disciplined themselves to put aside their selfishness and focus on the task at hand. Technology also can be used for online bullying and even blackmail. Another idea to bear in mind is that ever since the ability of writing notes and papers on a computer or laptop was introduced, nothing has been the same. You no longer had to write down the notes that in your college class. Instead, you just typed it, which saved any potentially missed notes from being lost due to potential slow writing. Technology has made it possible to quickly and easily gather notes and insert any personal comments in the bat of an eye. Technology is also useful to the teacher or professor of a class. It is hardly an option anymore. It is nearly a requirement. Teachers use their programs provided by the school to see if a student is failing and what he can do better in. It provides insight into what kind of job they're doing with their class and what kind of teacher they are in general. The World University Ranking said in an article last year, ask any student who their favorite teacher was, and you'll get a response that often describes someone who is able to connect with the student and to bring learning to life. Teachers can use technology as a tool to achieve this and further enable students to learn. Technology is used in PowerPoints, projectors, and all the computers in his or her class. Technology is essential now. Unfortunately, as mentioned earlier, people use technology for bad as well. You can easily cheat on an online test by purchasing a second monitor for a desktop, switching back and forth from one to the other, without letting the server know you have a tab open. You can even bring out your phone in the middle of class, especially in high schools, and outright cheat off of that with very little chance of getting caught. A recent development to combat such open, blatant cheating is the addition of a new program using technology developed by the Center for Research and Assessment and Digital Learning at Deakin. This new program uses technology, more specifically a computer software, to detect cheating cases and alerts the professor. A third problem with technology is the use of plagiarism. A study done by the Global University Network for Innovation addresses plagiarism in the scientific community, not just the classroom. They say that 4,160 early career scientists in the United States found that 33% of the respondents had engaged in questionable research practices relating to data, methods, policy, use of funds, outside influence, peer review, giving credit, and cutting corners. It isn't just students abusing this tool. They have been given. This shows us that it is not the fault of technology, rather than the fault of the people that use it for bad purposes and malicious intent. Technology has proven to be a useful tool in helping the modern-day student and teachers succeed in their classes and beyond. The cell phone has allowed us to stay in contact with each other at a moment's notice. The home computer has allowed us to do research for anything we could possibly want. The gaming console has allowed us to make our own entertainment even. All of these things have made daily tasks easier to do and even more enjoyable. Being born in this day and age has provided us with the easiest ways of getting ahead in life through technology. is foolish to believe that technology itself is bad. Rather, believe that it is the people who use it, because that's truly what it comes down to.